Okay, hello. So the last video I made was about 16 months ago, I think, and I'm sorry, but I have been working on my project, and I'm pretty happy with where it's at. So let's get into it. So what I've created is a tabletop RPG supplement that will hopefully help people, especially in these crazy times, and just people who want to play with friends around the world or who don't want to spend a lot of money on miniatures or scenery because that stuff can get pretty pricey. Essentially, what this does is it shows the scenes that you make in Unreal, however elegant you want to make them, and make basically a tabletop RPG out of it. Let's get into it. So basically, you have your initiative order because this is mainly for combat, or you can use it for dungeons and type stuff like that. You can have up to 20 NPCs, PCs, whatever it is. But in C we only have two, so we're gonna put two in here. So let's see, we have a ranger and a paladin. Now you have to put in the exact names from what they are called in the editor, because that's what it references. So we start the encounter, and see we can move our player around. An emitter shows where they started from, and basically I use the distance formula to calculate how much distance they move from their starting position. So this keeps track of where they started from because some players will take too long or they're very indecisive and will change their mind a bunch, and players always forget where they started from. So now you don't have to worry about that. The distance is not perfect because the distance formula doesn't account for the 3 million types of movement systems that RPGs have. So it's more of a reference, but sometimes it can be off because lots of different tabletop games use a lot of different movement systems. So it's probably the most mathematically correct, but not rule book correct. And so basically, it goes in the turn of order of the initiative, as you can see. Um, and then if you want to, as a DM, or if another player just wants to get a better angle on things, you can go into the spectate camera or the DM camera, which also includes some modes like conditions. Um, Now there's a lot of conditions in D&D, so I try to uh, basically get it down to 9 simple images. So like spell buff or spell debuff or restrain or invisible or blind, stuff like that. So you click on them, and basically even when you turn it off, they'll still stay on. That way you can remember who's under what condition during any given turn, and then if they get cured or whatever, you can just turn them off. Stuff like that. Um, and you can just go right back into your turn. And you are able to like go upstairs and stuff. So there are some things I would like to get more functional. Like edit order doesn't really work exactly as expected. Add characters kind of works, but you only can spawn one character model in. And since you're doing it in a build, you can't really change these appearances. And since the edit initiative doesn't work, you can't put them into the initiative, so that's a problem. I'm also trying to work with a plugin from the marketplace called Fog of War to help with dungeon creation, so that players won't enter rooms and know where everything's at until they enter it, just like an actual dungeon. So basically, all this comes with when I actually release the plugin when I'm finished. Is it will come with the spectate cam, which is the camera that the DM cam mode. Um, the grid system and the grid base, which makes the grid for the players to move around, and then the two UIs I have for the overlay screen and the character. conditions. And basically just put in the grid bases onto the scene, preferably flat. It's not very it's not very acceptable with non-flat surfaces. Um, and you basically just put them into your scene and drag in your characters. Now, obviously, it's not. I'm not going to release models, or I might make some scenes. Like probably I could release this one, but it's not that great and stuff like that. The Fog of War is on the marketplace already. It's free. Everything is free basically. Because I want to avoid paying for miniatures and stuff, so it'd be hypocritical to God, charge people for this. This does not, though, include anything to do with character stats like AC, or it doesn't roll dice for you. It doesn't take any of the tabletop aspect that makes a tabletop game. That's about it. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed and are interested, please let me know. But yeah, hopefully this is something that you guys can use and enjoy. So thanks for watching.